to a brand new episode of Hollywolves. I'm Michael.
And I'm Matt.
We're here talking about the entertainment industry and how stupid they are.
The entertainment industry is very stupid. They've been stupid for like a while, though.
They have been. They always be dumb. And they're going to continue to be dumb for the rest of time itself.
Yay, the rest of time.
Oh, I just got something that popped in my head, too, about the movie industry. So, you know my favorite Tom Cruise, right?
Oh, God.
So, remember that story we did last time about the, what was it, the Hollywood Press Association?
Yeah.
So, he gave back 3 of his awards to protest. So, yay, Tom Cruise.
What? Wait, okay, so, why did he give 3 of his awards back?
Because he's protesting.
Oh, okay, that's cute.
Wow.
Look, I mean... Look.
You don't want to give Tom Cruise his credit, but that's fine.
He made Vanilla Sky. I don't know what you want from me.
Why do you keep hating on that one movie?
I don't like Vanilla Sky. I'm sorry.
That's fine. There are other movies he's been in, though.
Vanilla Sky is the worst.
Just because you have the intelligence to understand Vanilla Sky.
Intelligence. Look, do I look like a J. Cole fan?
No, you don't. Of course not. They read books.
Damn.
You don't have the intelligence to understand Vanilla Sky and its, intricacies and nuance.
You barely remember what Vanilla Sky is about. I barely remember what Vanilla Sky is about. But I know this. I'm not watching that movie, and I don't like Tom Cruise.
Wow. You know what? I'll let you have that. But he's at least trying to help us Negroes.
Oh, no, not us Negroes.
Because you know what? We got enough Negroes in the Hollywood Press Association.
That's fair. And that's commendable. So I'm not gonna give him any crap for it. Absolutely, yes, protest. No, I don't want these awards and everything. Do better, Hollywood Press Association. That's how you do things.
Especially him being a powerful person in Hollywood too. I think that actually does say a little something.
Yeah.
Some people well, he probably just got room on his mantle anyway, so he really didn't do nothing. But still, just the fact that he said that he didn't have to say shit.
He really didn't.
He's still gonna prosper regardless. He's Tom Cruise.
That is true. Tom Cruise.
Oh, speaking of Tom Cruise, remember that audio came out about him cussing people out about the COVID thing?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So he said he stands by everything he said in the video.
I mean, look, he look, people who don't get infected with COVID in this house pay bills.
Exactly.
If you got COVID, you don't pay bills in this house.
I was like, you know what, Tom Cruise, you're right, because they're filming the next 2 Mission Impossible movies. And
what? Okay, whoa. That franchise has been going on long enough.
Look, that's his baby.
I get it. That's his bread and butter. That's like the thing that. Well, it's not the thing that made him a star, but still,
it's his
I know that's like his franchise. Like Bruce Willis has Die Hard, Arnold Schwarzenegger has Terminator, Sylvester Stallone has Rocky and Rambo.
Yeah,
but Mission Impossible is like that for Tom Cruise, and I get it. But also, we didn't need all these damn movies.
I mean, we didn't, but I'm gonna go see them.
Let's see what, because Fallout was 6, 7.
I think it was 7. Yeah, it was 7 because it's 8 and 9.
So you're telling me we get 9 Mission Impossible movies?
Yes.
Look, how impossible can this mission be that we get
very?
Oh my God, this is.
You can't talk to me about Stan. You can't talk to me about Tom Cruise.
I get it. And you know what? If we can have 9 Fast and Furious movies,
right? That's going into space.
How do we go from stopping
car racing? Exactly.
Right, car illegal car racing to going to space to save the world?
It's a big jump.
Paul, look, they just went off the perks when Paul Walker died. They were like, we're gonna do whatever we want now.
Yeah, even make spinoffs that we didn't ask for or need.
Yeah, Hobbs and Shaw really could have just stayed a fever dream.
It should have been a fever dream, or I don't know, a Netflix movie or something.
A Netflix movie would have been perfect.
Because that movie was very mid. I was very upset.
It basically just based on the stuff that The Rock and Jason Statham are good at.
Yeah.
But the thing is, The Rock and Jason Statham are usually these people in almost every movie they're in.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Jason Statham is the same ex-soldier who's got a normal mid job and everything, but also he's got the badass skills to throw knives and do karate and break arms in 20 million places. Now talk Batman action that you always.
Yo, why could they could have him for Batman? Why did they do that?
Ain't nobody gonna want no bald head Batman. Come on now.
Yikes.
Like Batman bald.
Ooh.
Batman bald.
Right.
Not my Batman.
Yikes. Not the revolting because of Batman ain't got no hair.
There would have been some like Batman fan would have been like, look, this is appalling. A British man can't be black man. Can't be Batman.
Yikes. This is so rude and disrespectful. Is xenophobic.
I mean, I wouldn't care. Like, I think Jason Statham would make an awesome Batman. At least, like, you know, he could probably do Krav Maga, like, accurately.
Yeah.
And instead of, like, whatever, like, half-ass, like, karate they have Batman doing in these movies and stuff.
I mean, you know, Ben Affleck tried his best.
I like Ben Affleck as Batman. I don't know what everybody else is talking about.
I do too, actually.
Like him being Batman was probably one of my favorites next to Michael Keaton.
It was better than Christian Bale. Whatever the hell he was doing.
Christian Bale is probably
like what?
Christian Bale is probably going to be right above George Clooney and everything for me.
I'd rather watch George Clooney do his stupid thing with his bat nipples than deal with whatever Christian Bale was trying to do.
You know what? I would put Ben Affleck after Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer was underrated as Batman.
Batman Forever was an underrated Batman.
It's
movie.
so good.
Like it's very camp and everything, but
for some reason the camp worked really well for that movie
because like Batman is supposed to be wacky. Like Batman got a lot of wacky ass villains.
He does.
If we want to sit there and think about the Riddler, like really. He's just a really smart man who dresses in green just to be like messing with Batman. Where you get all this loot from to like make all these traps and stuff?
Like it was camp, but it still felt like a Batman movie.
And that's what you kind of like about it because like it still had that mystery and everything like that. I still say Jim Carrey probably one of the best Batman villains on screen.
Oh god, he was so good.
Like
Jesus.
Tommy Lee Jones was a weird choice for Batman for Two-Face for me.
I mean. I guess I don't know. That
was,
I think at the time when he was like super popular, that's why he chose him.
Like yeah, because like I think he was like what, like because I think like around that time he was also doing like Men in Black and everything too.
Yeah.
Or like that. I think that was before or after.
I think that was a little bit after. It might have been the same time. I remember '97 was a weird year.
Right.
So it was around that time. But yeah, he was super popular, so I see why.
But also like you barely remember like Tommy Lee Jones
really
being
do,
like Two-Face.
I don't remember
like now
Jim
Carrey as Riddler, you remember that?
God, because he had like costumes and zingers and
but that was
fashion.
Jim Carrey. But that was Jim Carrey though. Like you know Jim Carrey was known for that. Like especially like when he started off in Living Color.
Yeah, he was a really good character actor.
And then like you know like he did The Mask and everything, which was like good. For its time and everything, because
it was good for
it was the role like Jim Carrey was born to play, and then like you get to Batman Forever, and it's like bam.
Yeah, that was really iconic. So we were veered way off topic.
We did.
What are you watching these days?
So I just got done. Well, I mean, we watched that together. Castlevania season 4.
Woo, we'll talk about that later.
Yes, that was pretty epic. I need to go back and finish Good Girls. An NBC show stars Mae Whitman. I forget the other actress's name. Because they especially like that black woman late because she's been in a whole bunch of other things. I'm watching Schitt's Creek.
You finally watching it? Yeah.
Yeah, like I still gotta finish like Schitt's Creek and everything.
The first 3 seasons are like kind of like they run on together, but seasons like 4 through 6 are so good.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Like I've been watching that. I'm trying to see what else I'm watching. I'm also like since season 5 of My Hero Academia is out, I'm watching that too.
Oh, I got to catch up. I'm so behind.
And then I was like looking on Hulu the other day to see like what anime they had on there, if they added anything new. Like I think they finally added Air Gear, which I was excited to watch again. I loved Air Gear. Air Gear was like a nice like nostalgia trip back to my like early.
All you ever do is nostalgia trips.
Okay, never mind that. I'm gonna, speaking of nostalgia trips, like I need to watch Trigun because I've never actually seen Trigun.
You never watched Trigun? What were you doing?
There was a lot of stuff going on. Like I think like Trigun was like one of those things. It was hard, like because they were showing it on Toonami at the time. I think that the time they had it and everything, I just didn't have cable, so I couldn't watch it.
Okay.
And so like yeah, like a lot like when they were reshowing like Cowboy Bebop and all the other like classics and everything, like that's when I didn't have cable, so it was hard to like kind of like watch that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna rewatch those eventually, but right now probably gonna rewatch Castlevania again from like start to finish because I really love that show. Like it's now my comfort show. I've seen it from like beginning to like, I think I watched like season 1 to season 3 at least like 5 times now, and now to do it from season 1 to season 4 is really, really awesome.
It's pretty easy since the first season's like 4 episodes.
That's true. Like it's a very like thing you can do in kind of like a day. Like yeah, just give yourself like, I'll say a good maybe 10 hours.
Yeah, if you got that on the weekend, probably a weekend thing.
Yeah, a weekend thing, or if you just got it like some like you're not doing anything in the middle of the week. Just sit down, watch Castlevania, get your snacks and everything, because it is going to be a wild ride, but very much worth the watch.
That's good. What am I watching? I'm still watching Younger. Still watching that white woman pretend to be young. Well, no, they already found out that she's not young anymore, so like the spirit of the show's over since the last season now.
Oh, that's funny.
The last episode I watched, they was trying to like be kind of woke and stuff. It's like when they try to integrate like actual like Gen Z stuff into shows, is always cringy because they like don't do it right, and they did the same thing with this episode. I'm like, oh, don't do that.
Dude, do they even have any Gen Z like people in that show?
Well, the thing was like this. One of the characters was being going to be a teacher at school, so the kids were Gen Z.
Oh, ooh.
And they were like saying it was like, oh, who
like
wrote this?
trying to use like today's internet slang,
yeah,
or AKA AAVE, because that's all internet slang is.
Oh god, that reminds me of that SNL skit.
What SNL skit?
You didn't see the Gen Z SNL skit with oh, don't watch it. It's terrible. It's nothing because they call like, oh, it's Gen Z lang. Like, no, this is African American vernacular English.
Wait. Who was hosting?
That was Elon Musk episode.
Ew. Nope. I'm not. Nope. Not watching it. Sorry. Can't do it. Like SNL lost a lot of street cred for me for doing that.
Not street cred.
Like, I'm sorry. Like Elon Musk. Like y'all hurting that bad for hosts? Elon Musk.
They really not hurting. They just was done to pick him.
That was such a weird thing. Anyway, why SNL? I like nobody wants
a celebrity really. Like he's just a person with money.
He really is. Like y'all might as well just put Bill Gates on there,
right? Oh God. Anywho, what else am I watching? Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen. I finally finished. Well, I finished it finally. So
I forgot I was watching Jujutsu Kaisen too. Like I just started the school like festival thing.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was good too. The whole thing's good. The last episode I watched was 24. So waiting for the next episode or next season, whenever they're gonna start it back up. But yeah, because
it's up to 30, but I think you have to watch. I think you have to watch the rest on like.
Oh, in Japanese.
Not even Japanese. I think like the rest of the like it's all on like Crunchyroll. I think.
Oh, okay.
Like yeah, the rest of right, because if you watch it on HBO Max, it's the Crunchyroll selects,
yeah.
And so it's like it's up to a certain point. But I think the rest are on like Crunchyroll. So
I'll wait. I ain't gonna I'm not giving Crunchyroll no money. I am paying for HBO Max, so I'm gonna watch what's on HBO Max.
Hey, look, HBO Max is worth it. I'm also watching like I'm going through like Mortal Kombat Conquest.
Good. Get some culture.
Wow.
Uncultured swine.
I was there when the shit started. I just didn't finish it.
Cause you were uncultured swine.
I was too busy watching wrestling at that point.
Exactly.
I was so young when it came out, and then like by the time it came on, because it was on TNT and it was after WCW, and so by that time like it was like 10 o'clock, and Mom was like, "Time for bed." And I'm like, well, damn.
It's excuses. Well, now you can catch up. Get some culture in
here.
Look,
yeah, I can watch my baby daddy Quan Chi be queer coded for no reason.
He's like one of the main villains in that show too.
He is, and I'm so mad because it's like I want to see Quan Chi in more stuff, being like this like wacky.
He is too wacky in this.
Like where like yeah, Shang Tsung is very serious in the show, but Quan Chi is all like he's got quips and everything, and he's like goofy, saying little dumb one-liners and being all.
He's so queer coded.
It's the way he's just talking is like funny. I'm just like, he will defeat you.
Jesus. I'm also watching Pose. I forgot to talk about it last time.
That's what I need to watch too. Pose.
Didn't watch a new episode from this last week because while it did have a whole bunch of great, talented black women that were involved in the episode, I'm not feeling Pray Tell because I'm not here for Billy Porter the way he treated those women last when he got that award. So I'm not into him right now.
I feel that.
Like,
how's Legendary?
Legendary.
Yeah, because like I remember you being very excited about that. How's that going?
New season just started. The last 2 celebrity guests they've had was God, what's that guy's name? He plays Uncle Clifford on P-Valley. He was a guest judge.
Oh, okay.
Can't think of his name though for the life of me. And then Normani was a judge for last week.
Oh, yep. Okay,
so
that makes sense.
So it's been pretty good. It's pretty good. I can't say it's as good as last season, but it's still pretty good. That's definitely a good watch for HBO Max. I'm watching Bethany. Bethany Frankel got a reality TV show about her picking a new assistant. I'm watching that too. It's such garbage.
We're also watching what's that one show on like Philo, Ready to Love?
Oh yeah. Oh God.
That
show's a mess.
I am so tired of I just want black people to be freed from the shackles of religion.
That's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen. I want it to happen, but because God,
it's never gonna happen.
These people.
All right, so let's move into some movie news. Let's start with an Injustice movie. Get an animated movie for Injustice.
That's probably the best thing that could happen to Cause
you don't want live action.
Do DC want a live action?
I'll take it if I get more Henry Cavill.
So they still need to fix so much stuff about I don't know. I don't think we're getting any live action anything anytime soon, especially with what's going on with Gal Gadot. People are not
Let's pivot right quick about that.
Yeah. So Gal Gadot,
yes. Miss Wonder Woman,
said some not so great things about the war going on between Israel and Palestine. For those who don't know, Gal Gadot is Israeli. She I think wasn't she in the army?
I think she was, but I don't think she was actually an active member. I think she was doing something else in the army, but she was in the army. She enlisted.
So recently on Twitter, she had this really tone deaf ass post that basically was my people are suffering and everything, and it's just what?
And our neighbors, she never ever said Palestine at all in the whole post.
Yeah, just completely omitted Palestine. Didn't say anything our neighbors. I want our neighbors, Israel, to stop fighting. And it's just hold up, Israel started this,
right?
And by the looks of things and everything, they're damn well trying to finish it. So, and people ate her ass up.
As they should. She cut the comments off, but people could still quote tweet her.
Yeah, and the quote tweets were lit. I was just you missed out on the bag now because you're not getting another Wonder Woman movie.
I mean, they already said they're doing a third one.
They are?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna watch it.
That's gonna be the issue. Who gonna watch
it? Nobody's watching that third Wonder Woman movie. That's what I'm saying. She screwed herself out of that.
She's gonna do some damage control. I think she'll be able to do. She's a white woman.
Michael.
She's a white woman.
She is a white woman. I get it.
She'll figure it out.
No.
Nobody gonna hold her accountable for this when the movie comes out. When Wonder Woman comes back out for part 3, people are gonna forget about this whole thing probably.
Yeah, you're right. The collective internet seems to forget pretty easily.
Yes, they forget stuff that happened last week. So in a year or two from now, when Wonder Woman 3 pops out, we're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
No, I think I'll try and keep that in my memory banks. I love Wonder Woman. I'm probably not gonna watch that movie. I'm not. I'm
on the fence because I like the franchise. Well, I'll see what happens between now and then. I think she's gonna have to say something about this after she posted that. Somebody have to ask her about that whole tweet. Because it was ass. That was terrible.
Yeah. But back to Injustice. I'm excited to see it animated. Yeah. I think animated is probably going to be the best route. For Injustice, it'll be interesting to see. I hope it's gore. I hope it's I don't want it to be like Invincible gore, but I want it to at least be a little
blood and guts.
It should be some blood and guts and everything. Like hell, that's basically Injustice in a nutshell.
Yeah.
AKA DC Civil War.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because it was basically like what Superman. It was Superman, Wonder Woman. I know they were on the same side.
Yeah.
And like a couple other people, and then the other side was like Batman and them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, basically Batman versus Superman, Civil War.
Just gotta watch Nightwing die. Oh, it's not gonna be fun.
Oh, I didn't know Nightwing dies. Oh,
He died in the first one.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be happy about that scene. Ugh. It's one of my most hated things about the whole like Injustice like storyline. The fact that he has to die for progression for Batman. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. Oh, for Batman to get like his like shit together.
Yeah, pretty much. Hate it.
It always takes a bad kid's death for Batman to be
right?
like, man, maybe I should be killing these people.
Oh, God.
That's weird. That's odd.
Let's see what we got next. Oh, Knives Out Part 2 castings. All these people gonna be involved in Part 2.
I'm a little excited about that.
Yeah,
I think it'll be interesting because
it's a wacky bunch of people that got to.
I mean, it was a wacky bunch of people the first time around.
Yeah, that's true.
So Daniel Craig is reprising his role as Benoit Blanc, the like private investigator who was in the first movie. If you haven't seen Knives Out, go see it. It's on Amazon Prime Video. So you definitely need to watch that. Who else is in it? Dave Bautista has been
Casted
listed. Casted. Janelle Monáe, Edward Norton, Leslie Odom Jr. has been casted as well. Catherine Hahn.
Yes, Agatha.
Yes, Agatha Harkness has been casted in as well. I'm definitely excited to see like what role she's gonna play.
Something silly.
Yeah, something silly. It's like I hope it's like as goofy as like Toni Collette's character was in the first Knives Out. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah, there's been a lot of buzz around the casting for this movie. Like the last couple of days, I've been seeing on Twitter. People are really excited about the people they've been chosen, which is good. They got a zany cast. like
the first cast is zany. Like Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Shannon, Don Johnson, Chris Evans.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
out the box.
Yeah, Lakeith Stanfield, like just people you wouldn't like normally think to be in a movie together. I think that's how I felt about like that movie trailer you wanted me to watch.
Which one?
The Misfits.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that movie. Gosh,
like I was like, okay, Pierce Brosnan, I'm cool with. And then let's see who else was in that movie. There was like a bunch of other people I didn't know. The hot Asian man, Jesus Christ. I got the vapors. Sorry.
Wow.
Look, he was gorgeous, and I was sweating a little when I watched it. And then they had Nick Cannon. I was like, what?
That's an odd choice.
I was like, whoa, the underclassmen and James Bond in a movie together.
Stop. I hate you.
Look, I don't know. Look, maybe Nick Cannon gonna teach him some things.
I can't believe you said that.
I'm sorry. Look, that's one of Nick. What? Nick Cannon gonna teach Pierce Brosnan how to like play the drums or something?
Wow. Okay, time to move on. You ruined it. I'm about to make you upset now. Let's talk about that Venom movie. Venom.
You know what? That's fair. I heard you, so it's only right that you get to hurt me.
Yep. Venom 2.
I am surprised they made it rated R.
I'm surprised. I was going to be another PG-13.
I was like, this is going to be PG-13 mess. Like, Carnage going to be like cutting people open and like, oh, it's like tomato soup.
Yikes.
And like, I'm like, rated R. I was like, that's the best route that you could take for a Venom, for a Venom movie with Carnage in it.
Yeah.
Like Venom, like the original Venom movie should have been rated R, but they were like,
family friendly.
They were like, no, he could bite people's heads off and there'd be no blood. That's fine.
That works.
Like, he sucked all the blood out. What? He just slurping people up like Capri Suns or something? Yes. Or applesauce packets? No, I don't have time for that. Give me the blood, guts, and gore and everything, especially if Carnage is going to be involved.
Exactly.
It seems like they're putting a lot of stuff into it, too.
They're throwing a lot of stuff into the soup.
Like, there's going to be a bunch of symbiotes in it. We're going to she Carnage and she Venom. And I'm like, what?
That's a lot.
Apparently Black Cat is supposed to be in there somehow.
That is the thing that's going to hook me to watch this stupid movie.
And I think they said that we're getting Spider-Man. This is all speculation, people. So, like, not necessarily confirmed.
I want them to put her in something Spider-Man related, but I don't want this to be her debut, though. I'm be mad at this her debut. Like, I want her in a proper Spider movie. Like, I don't understand why she has to be in a Venom movie.
I think they could put Felicia Hardy in. Like, they should put Felicia Hardy in No Way Home.
Right, but they're not.
Yeah, like yeah, because Felicia Hardy is like older Spider-Man.
Yeah,
stuff.
she's like she's in her 20s, I think, when they debuted her.
Right. So yeah, like leave that for older Spider-Man. Like teen Spider-Man can still like have his wacky hijinks with his friends and everything like that. I am interested to see like how No Way Home is gonna end up too, though.
Yeah.
But back to Venom.
Y'all got this. I mean, I'm gonna go see it because I'm a dummy and I want to see how bad it's gonna be. But
I'm being there with my Venom stuff. Like, yeah, let's go.
Venom. I want Eminem to do the song again for part 2. I need him to do part 2. His song is quintessentially one of the best ways to describe that movie. His song is equally as bad as the movie was.
Like, hit me, hate me, and hurt me, because that's how I feel when I listen to that song. That's how I felt when I watched that movie. Like, I was super excited. When like Venom like first appeared. I was like, yeah, Venom finally getting his own movie as Spider-Man. And then like I watched it and I was like, oh, it
was so wacky.
It was way
too campy.
It was way too campy for like a Venom movie. Venom is supposed to be like dark, brooding, and like I expect some brutality, which there was, but also like there shouldn't have been that much dismemberment and like bodies being like slammed into other bodies without like blood or like bones breaking or anything like that. And it just wasn't any of that. And I'm like, Venom is brooding, is like Venom is like this hulking, especially if you think about the iteration. Like Venom's very top heavy and like, he has his one-liners and his wacky and everything, but
it's still pretty like, I don't know. It just didn't, it was a weird cartoony version of Venom.
Yeah. And at that point it's just like, why not make an animated movie? If we're going to sit there and get this cartoony and wacky with it. God,
I'm scared for this new movie. If it's going to be cartoony and wacky too, with Carnage. With zingers and stuff.
Well, I mean, that's what Carnage was. Like, Cletus Cassidy was like, a whole serial killer, and like somehow he just got like Carnage on him, and he was like, "Yep, time to kill people. Who wants a good poke?" Tee and that's Carnage, and oof. It's like Carnage ain't nothing but a sharp red venom. That's literally it.
All right, let's move on to some more news. The next Transformers movie has a new director, Mr. Stephen Caple Jr., who directed Creed 2. So, yeah, he has a good movie on his belt already.
Yep.
And then the 2 leads are going to be Dominique, Fishback, and Anthony Ramos.
That's going to be interesting.
2 people of color for a movie like this? What?
I can't wait for the backlash against this movie.
Oh, of course. There's going to be a lot of it once it like starts.
Why are these like ethnics around these robots?
Right?
Like, Optimus Prime would never associate with a black person. Look, I know there's some nerd right now who's like, Optimus Prime would never sully himself with like a Negro like that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm seeing it already. It's gonna be just a whole bunch of like people being racist and rude.
It's so weird how nerds like nerd culture has always been white. Like, but what about all these people of color characters? They're just background characters,
right? They're just accessories.
Right, like, man, look at Lando Calrissian in Star Wars and everything. Black people don't go to space. That's ridiculous.
God, I hate that whole idea that there are no black people in space. No black people in the olden like Celtic, mystical fairy tale times either. Like, what? Like, there are black people everywhere.
They were dark elves. Dummy.
Stupid. Excuse me. Oh my God, I forgot all about the dark elves.
Let a dark elf not actually be dark. I'll be upset.
Just a little brown. Just a little tan.
Not even that. Like, they're dark elf because, like, instead of like having like purple or like chartreuse colored eyes and everything, their eyes are like black. Yikes. or red with dark hair and everything, and they killed like a unicorn or something once, and that's why they're dark. They got that first taste of like blood and everything, and now they want more.
Jesus.
People are weird when it comes to like fantasy settings.
I know sci-fi has a very weird like white centric type of like mentality,
and fantasy does too. Like any fantasy, old school, like Lord of the Rings type Game of Thrones like had people of color in it throughout.
I mean, they weren't important though.
They really weren't.
They were throwaways.
You know a good depiction of like black people in like a fantasy setting.
You're gonna say The Witcher, aren't you?
Yes,
I knew it.
Look, look, seeing like black people be more than just like peasants in fantasy setting is really good. Like we had black knights, black like little like nymphs and everything like that. Like that was a really great thing to see.
That's true. I just couldn't. That show was boring.
Wow, you can even watch that for Henry Cavill.
His pants looked dumb. I was upset. His wardrobe was terrible.
Man, him and his girlfriend would be very upset at you.
Yikes! Shout out to his new girl. I wish that was me, but girl, you got this. You got so much in your hands right now. Not fumbling,
bruh. Not so much in her hands.
Don't
Yikes.
fumble it, girl. You got this. But oh God, I forgot. My train of thought got thrown off. Oh yeah, Transformers. So I'm a huge fan of Transformers. I watched all the movies, all bad ones too.
You shouldn't have done that.
I am loyal to Transformers to a fault.
I mean, I get it. Like you kind of like it. That's your thing.
But Bumblebee revived my love for Transformers live action. So I'm hoping this is like good as Bumblebee was, because that movie, superb, great, fantastic, amazing, life changing. Go see it if you haven't seen it already.
I'll eventually watch Bumblebee.
So good. So hopefully, if this is just as good as that movie, which I kind of think it will be, because they have a good director actually. Because Michael Bay is nobody's director. He should just do stunts. He need like a stunt coordinator or like an action whatever.
Right? Just make another movie. Like I want Michael Bay to make a movie with like Jason Statham in it.
Yeah, that.
If he hasn't done it already, I'm pretty sure he has.
Do exposure movies. Like that's what he should be doing. Nothing revolves around like incredible storytelling and stuff and characterization. Stay far away from that, because he does not do that. But yeah, I'm excited about this new Transformers movie. Like Anthony Ramos, such a good choice.
Yeah, I like Anthony Ramos.
He's funny.
He's pretty funny. Like I loved him as Mars, and She's Gotta Have It.
Missed that show.
Got canceled.
It did. Second season got canceled.
No, they had their second season. Third,
yeah, I think they got canceled after the second season.
Yeah, and that was terrible. Like really wonderful as Mars. I think Anthony Ramos got his start in Hamilton. If I'm not mistaken.
It was Hamilton.
I'm not watching that. Wait, I already watched it. And it was all right.
It's long. I couldn't finish it. They were just singing too long.
Also, like I don't know. It was just like
4 hours long.
Don't ask me. I don't know. Like I watched it with my partner, and because they love musicals, and I'm just like, babe,
musicals were good, but
I'm like, babe, you got this. like the songs are cute and everything, because like the casting and stuff was really nice for Hamilton, but also I'm like, no, because I don't care about Alexander Hamilton that much in order to like get with it. But yeah, Anthony Ramos really good. Like I'm pretty sure he's gonna knock this out of the park, because he's also going to be in that other musical that's coming up this summer, In the Heights. I think.
Yeah, that movie. Y'all got this.
I'm not watching that. Like anything else that he's gonna be in that doesn't involve like singing and stuff, like I'll watch it, because I'm like, yeah, do that. Dominique Fishback, Project Power, and she was also in Judas and the Black Messiah. Both really good movies. I suggest that you definitely go watch them whenever you can. Project Power is on Netflix. Juice and the Black Messiah is probably gonna show up on HBO Max sometime soon.
Probably sometime this year. Pop back on there. So basically, what we can say is that they got a good director and 2 good leads in the movie. So
and 2 people of color leads.
Right, and the director is black too. So we got this.
Yes, like give me a black Transformers movie.
Oh, it's gotta be good, because this won't be cringy with like black jokes that are written by white people.
We don't know that yet. Like
I'm gonna trust him.
They might have Megatron say the N-word. It's gonna be
that is your version of Transformers.
Whoa,
that's your version of Transformers.
Hey, let's not act like that. Like first of all, Megatron would say it, and
of course,
2,
in your version of the Transformers headcanon, you think he's probably the most racist. You know what? Let's move on.
What are you talking about? Like, look, Megatron probably the most terrible person ever. Probably like he would vote Republican if he could.
Yikes. All right, so one of our other stories is, so the leading Asian Americans United for Change conducted a survey asking people to name prominent Asian Americans, and here's the results they had. This is on MSNBC too.
That was terrible.
The top answers were don't know at 42%.
Yikes.
Jackie Chan 11.
Oof.
And Bruce Lee at 9%.
Bruh.
The fact that don't know was that high, and then the next 2 people you named were like people from the 80s and 90s, or the 80s and the 70s,
and one of them ain't even American. Like Jackie Chan is a whole Chinese born,
like, that is
born like martial artist and actor. Like,
it's so terrible that we can't even name like prominent Asian Americans when there's plenty of Asian Americans everywhere on TV.
Margaret Cho, Lucy Liu, Steven Yeun,
Mindy Kaling. What's that guy's name that does that off the boat? What's that?
Randall Park.
Yeah, like there's so many everywhere, all around us.
Yeah, like Jamie Chung, Ming Na Wen,
like there's
who played Chun-Li and Mulan,
right? And she's on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, which nobody really watched after a while. I mean, but that's not important.
Yeah, look, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was garbage, but that's besides the point.
There's so many Asians everywhere.
Wait, even is Constance Wu American?
Yep, she is.
So yeah, even Constance Wu. It's like how, like how does that even happen? Like, what movies are you watching where like you see all these Asian characters, but you're not like necessarily like mentioning them? Like, how could you not mention them?
Because they're not registering that Asian people are important or that Asian people actually matter.
Whoa, Aquafina definitely matters. What are you talking about?
What's his name from what is it from the Marvel from what was it WandaVision? He was one of the he's one of the new agents they had that was working on the case.
That was also Randall Park.
Got it, yeah. So like
there, Jimmy Chu.
I think that was his name.
No, not Jimmy Chu. No,
that's a whole shoe.
Right. I'm like,
I'm bad with names. Like I'm terrible.
Yeah. Like WandaVision was so long ago. I'm just like, what was it? Whatever.
But the fact is that there's so many Asian Americans prominent. Like even outside entertainment. Like we had what was his name? The one that was running for presidency.
Andrew Yang.
Andrew Yang was like right there. Right there. Like I don't think that's ever been an Asian American. Oh, Kamala Harris is considered that too.
Yeah.
Because she's mixed race.
Right, yeah. America's first, like, Asian cop vice president.
Not Asian cop. I hate you so much. The fact remains is that there are so many Asian Americans that contribute to society and don't get recognition at all. Like, for me, I would probably name a whole bunch of, like, K-pop people. I would name Utada. Like, she's probably one of the biggest Asian American, like, artists of all time. Like,
but wait, I thought Utada...
She was born here in New York.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was born here in New York, and then she moved back to Japan.
Oh, okay. And wow, I didn't know that.
Yep. I'm a stan, so that's how I know. But yeah, there's so many people like that, like, just there, like, just in your face.
Because, look, people didn't, like, care, like, that whole, like, AAPI, like, hate, like, stop that, like, kind of, like, stop AAPI hate and everything didn't really like come about until like that tragic shooting in Atlanta. Yep. which it was good that they like started doing it, but also like it was just like, okay, you want to do this until like it's cool to sit there and say all this stuff until it's time to like fetishize like Asians and everything again. Yep. And then it's just like, oh, like, well, I want a submissive Asian woman, or like, Asian men aren't like attractive or desirable or something like that.
They're not masculine.
Right. And it's just like you sit there and say this one thing and then you keep doing like the same like things that we've been doing. So it's just like, no, don't do this. Maybe like actually give a shit about like Asian American Pacific Islander like people.
That would work. That would be really nice. It's weird they couldn't name anybody. Like Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan was like
that's
terrible.
Like the 80s and the 90s. He hasn't been popular in like mainstream culture in so long.
He really hasn't. Like, well, I mean, there was this movie The Foreigner and everything that came out in like I think 2017, 2018.
I think so.
But even then, it's just like that was kind of like a last hurrah for him. But yeah, Jackie Chan hasn't been like relevant in mainstream media in quite some time.
Like
I think the last big thing for like Jackie Chan, at least for me, was like like Rush Hour.
Yeah, Rush Hour 3 probably.
And even then it was just like, okay, like Jackie Chan's been getting on the years and everything. He's not doing it as much as he used to.
What's her name from the Disney Channel? What's her name? Oh, it's right on top of my head. You know what I'm talking about probably too.
Brenda Song?
Yes, her.
Oh yeah, Brenda Song.
Right there. She's been on TV forever.
Them people didn't watch Disney.
Oh my god! Please, people love Disney.
That's true. I mean, but did they watch Sweet Life and Zack and Cody?
That was a popular show.
Or they probably watched Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior. That was probably
love that movie. Shout out to that movie. That movie was epic.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it? Oh, go watch that. It was good.
Yeah, I mean, it's on Disney Plus.
But it's just the fact that they can't name anybody. Like, come on. They could at least say BTS or something.
Not BTS. They full Korean.
They are full Korean, but at least it would have been better than saying nobody. Then don't know. I would have been okay with saying BTS or one of the girls from Blackpink or somebody than just saying I don't know nobody.
But that's like deep cut for like, regular Americans and everything.
But BTS like the biggest Asian like
IP
out.
But also, you would have to think like these are regular Americans that are asking about.
Yeah.
And so like, and regular Americans probably most of their consumption of like of anything like that is martial arts movies, and that's why but I'm also trying to think like who do they ask, like boomers or something like that. That's probably why they said Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee, because it's just like, of course a boomer is gonna sit there and say Bruce Lee, and any Gen Xer is probably gonna sit there and say Jackie Chan, but also it's just like
if it's Gen Xers, they said, oh god, I shudder at our Gen Xers.
They would have said they would have still said Jackie Chan, but they probably would have said Jet Li too. Yeah, Jet Li, and it's just like no.
God. Y'all gotta do better. But yeah, it's just like, hopefully we get a resurgence of like Asian Americans being more prominent in Hollywood and stuff, especially this year, because we got Snake Eyes coming out, we got the Mortal Kombat movie, we got Shang-Chi coming out, we got a lot of stuff in the pipeline for Asian Americans and Asian culture in general being more prominent in mainstream American society, which is necessary, because if we can't name anybody from the last 20 years, Lucy Liu was right there.
Yeah, like that's really weird. It's like they just thought they watched Crazy Rich Asians and then left it at that.
Right? Which was another good movie. Love that movie.
I'm still gonna watch that.
It was really good. Sandra Oh was right there. I know she's Canadian, but she's still, I would prefer to name her at least.
Yeah, I was like,
she was on the Grey's Anatomy for how many years?
Yeah, like
that's a popular show.
She's on Killing Eve now. I'm like, right? y'all just not watch. People don't care about like the stuff they consume.
They don't. They just
they only do it. They only they're only made aware of it once like something like tragic or like bad happens, and they're like, oh, guess I gotta like support this now and everything. So it's odd.
I think they consume Asians as something that's disposable, whereas they see black people as something that's aspirational. Like, oh, they're cool. I want to be like this black dude.
But black people are also disposable.
Of course, they're still disposable commodities, but they're still like seen as like aspirational to some point.
Yeah, because it's just like, oh man, like I want to dress like them. I want to dance like them.
Right?
I want to like.
I'm gonna play sports like them. I'm gonna be LeBron.
Right. Oh God. I want to sing like Beyonce.
Right.
I want to be cool. Like, let's see, who's a cool black person?
Who's a cool black person? I mean, I'm not cool.
Yeah, that's true. Like.
Anybody that's popular is probably cool.
That's white people. That's true. Like I want to rap like Future or
right?
like Kendrick Lamar and everything like that,
or J. Cole.
Nobody wants to do that. I'm sorry, J. Cole fans. Like, go read a book about it.
I went through this question like, what are like prominent Hispanic and Latino people? I want to think of name them at least. They probably would be able to at least. They probably say J-Lo or somebody.
Ew.
Or Sofia Vergara. They probably would say her first because you really love her.
I mean, yeah, I can see that.
Or Selena. I would hope they would say Selena since she's like always popular.
Yeah, like, but it would be one of those things like I have a Selena shirt right now. Name one of her songs, and they
crickets.
But I mean, and not to like gatekeep Selena or anything, but also it's like I think it was like Selena was probably one of those more important things to gatekeep just because of how much like her music meant.
Yep.
To people and like
what she did for like music in general, like
right,
she broke so many barriers. All right, let's move on to our reviews of some fun shows we watched.
Yes, so I think Yasuke.
Yep,
season 1 is. Are they making another season, Yasuke?
I don't know. I would hope so. They ain't finished with the story not over yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Spoiler alert! For all the rest of the reviews, we're going to be spoilery.
Oh yeah,
spoiler
yeah.
territory. So I'm
talking about this stuff.
I'm talking about all the story. All
Yasuke
the stuff.
Been out for like what 2 weeks now.
Yeah. So,
Castlevania been out for a week now.
Just about, yeah. So
yeah, it'll be a week tomorrow. Like you had plenty of time to watch this.
So
stuff.
Yeah, spoilers all through these last 3 stuff we're going to talk about. All right. So Yasuke, the criticism I've been seeing a lot from him is like it's not historically accurate,
but
which is ugh.
And so with on that note, I would say like if it was any more historically accurate,
people say it's boring.
People would have said it was boring. Like, what is this? Like I wanted more action and everything, and then you get more action. It's just like, how come this isn't historically accurate? So like we can't like we gotta ignore those criticisms.
We do. And they want Samurai Champloo. That's all they wanted.
Pretty much. And like, yeah, that would have been fine, but also, no, we don't need that.
We got something really good and unique. And
yeah, it was interesting. Like, I thought it was going to start off historical, and then like, you know, they got the mechons.
Yes, the mechons. Shout out to Xenoblade.
Like they got those like like Zords and
that
everything.
That was out of nowhere. Like, oh, okay, that's where we're going.
Right. Like, yeah, because it started off with like all the screaming and everything. I was like, okay, Battlefield, cool. And then people like Zords and everything started popping out.
They started using magic and stuff.
Right. Dude did arrowmancy. I was like, what? I was like, huh? Like we just doing magical arrows and everything.
Yep. That's how we started the show off.
Right? Like, dude using his quirk, it was weird.
Not quirk.
Look, he was fighting miscreants. What do you want? What do you want?
What's up with you at miscreants? You've been using that since you saw that movie.
Look, that was funny. I'm using that for like any like supervillains and stuff. Now miscreants is funny. Yikes. Like I just like the word.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
It's interesting. Like every villain, you're not a supervillain. You're a miscreant. I like it.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
I liked Yasuke.
I loved it. It was really good.
Like the music was really good. The music
was incredible. Would be Flying Lotus.
Oh yeah, Flying Lotus.
What?
Like that soundtrack was really good.
Oh, so good. The animation was really good too.
Animation was really nice. The characters were really interesting.
They were weird and cool. I'm like, oh, this is different.
Yeah, I was like that giant like Russian werebear woman.
That bear lady, yo, crush.
Whoa, okay, hold up.
Your whole wife?
Look.
Your bear wife?
Look, I got the right to bear arms because I want to be in them. What are you talking about?
She gonna tear you up, not the right way you want to.
Look, I'm fine with that. It's okay. It's on brand for me.
Yikes! I need you not to get like bit by a bear woman.
Whoa, it'll be all right.
She was like 10 feet tall too.
I'm okay with that.
Like that one scene, she had kids like we're having sex. Like, oh, okay. She picked up those two dudes and had sex with them. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what she about.
Oh, wait, I got to rewatch that. I didn't know.
When she first came on the screen, her first scene.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I thought she just knocked them out.
No, she took them.
Oh, okay. That's something I need to rewatch. I'm like, why can't that be me?
Why can't I have sex with a bear woman?
Right? I mean,
wow.
Look, if a bear and I have sex in the woods, who gonna be around to hear it?
People that's around to hear it?
Why would they be in the woods? Like, no. Like,
can people go in the woods?
People do go in the woods.
Have you not seen any movie that's a horror movie?
Yeah, white people do love nature.
They go in the woods all the time and they get
schmixed.
Yep.
I mean, that's on them. Yeah, like characters were really interesting. Like that.
I like the story too.
Yeah, the story was really nice about like him being with like the emperor and everything. What was that, Nobunaga?
I think so.
Yeah, he was with Nobunaga.
Nobunaga was out here smashing cakes too. Let's not forget that part. That was important.
That was lit. I was kind of laughing.
Oh, he had a whole gay lover.
Right? He's like, man, like we can accept certain things, and then look to the left with his little like boy toy and everything. I was like, okay.
Yes, like go in Nobunaga. I love it.
Yeah, he went in all right.
Oof, yes. Because every time you see Nobunaga, he's always like either single or he doesn't have a love interest. That no, he got a whole boy he up here with.
Yeah, that was interesting. I like that.
That was a surprise. I enjoyed. Overall story, I liked pretty much. The music, of course, we always said was great.
Yeah, Flying Lotus did an amazing job, and I think like Flying Lotus had like something to do with the story overall
it was
too.
a part of that too.
And like I would say watch Yasuke. Like don't like get too caught up in like the historical accuracy
Please
of it.
Don't.
Like it's just watch it for what it is, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. That's gonna be a-okay. I would definitely say it's worth to watch because
it's definitely worth to watch. Even if you don't even like the story, the whole like just animation alone is really good.
Yeah, Lakeith Stanfield, wonderful job as Yasuke.
Oh, he was so good.
It did feel a little off to me in certain parts.
Mm-hmm.
With like I think like in a few like inclinations of like Yasuke like expressing himself,
mm-hmm.
like there's definitely like times he could have like pushed it a little bit.
He does have like a very like monotone speaking voice.
and that's the thing that kind of like took it out of it for me. I was wanting Yasuke to be more expressive, but
he knows how to emote. I've seen the Keith Stanford emote and when he's in movies and stuff. So
yeah, like seeing him in Atlanta, seeing him in Knives Out, seeing him in Sorry to Bother You.
That movie,
like
Jesus.
Like and even like Judas and the Black Messiah and everything. Like he's very expressive in like all those movies, and so it was weird to just have him be like very, very just like straightforward, like you said, monotone, like almost.
That was a note from like the director. It's not.
Maybe.
But
Yasuke, go watch it.
Yeah, so good. It's only 6 episodes, so it's a cool watch.
very, very, very short and everything. I give Yasuke like an 8.5 out of 10.
I'm saying it was really. I'll definitely recommend it. All right, let's move into what's next. Are we talking about Invincible or Castlevania? Both can bad.
Let's go Invincible because Invincible has been out a lot longer.
Jesus! Episode 8. That. Jesus!
Yeah,
that was the most uncomfortable viewing experience I've had in my entire life. I have never been sat something and watched something and been uncomfortable like that when I was watching it. Oh my God. I was like, what am I watching?
I've seen so many things. I had never seen that before.
Never.
That was a lot.
That was hard to watch. But that was the point. I think that was the whole point.
Well, but I mean, yeah, like they were pushing it like since episode 1.
Yeah.
And
episode 1 was such a like baby step stuff.
Yeah. Because, like, everything's happening and stuff. And it's like, oh, like, this is just, like, another, like, superhero show with, like...
Yes, everybody said, like, I was just doing a superhero show.
Yeah, cool. and then the end of episode 1 happened. It's like, oh.
The after credits.
Because I remember you talking about it. And I remember, like, when you first time you watched it, I was like, okay, this is cute. And then the end of the scene happened. And you were just waiting for me to, like, have my reaction. I was like...
Yes.
My jaw dropped. I was like, what?
Yep.
How? Huh?
And then that was, like... That's just the tip of the iceberg because the rest of the show is just nothing but that.
Yeah,
it's very visceral. It's very violent.
And then episode 8 happened, and
that was like the coup de grace of the whole scene. Like that,
and I don't think anything was as rough as like the subway scene.
That was very uncomfortable for me to sit through.
I
was not gonna watch that again. I think I watched that once. That was enough for me.
I watched it twice. Like because I had to watch my like partner's reaction to it, and they were like, and they were kind of quiet for like the majority of the time they were watching it because I'm just like just wait for it, and then it happened, and I'm like oh I was like, oh, it's still rough. And it, like, even the stuff like before that with like the building and everything.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was
like
rough.
That was hard. Just seeing Omni-Man just schmicks Invincible around like that.
It was like more than just like him fighting. Like that was like an actual abuse at that point.
Yeah,
like, that was child abuse. Like that boy is still 17 years old. That man's over 500 years old.
I mean, and of course, like nobody can sit there and think about anything else in that episode, but think, Mark. Like
that meme is everywhere now.
I mean, it spawned some really good stuff.
It has.
Like, but also it's just like that's the only thing people remember. They're not like they're barely talking about the subway scene and everything. They're talking about Think Mark.
Think Mark. I think they're talking about she's just more of a pet. And Amber.
Not the pet thing is so dumb.
Oh my God!
But also like I'm like, oh, like your mother to me is more of a pet. I was like, that hurt me. I was like, Debbie. Damn, I was like, damn.
Like that episode was like very triggering on a lot of different levels. Like visually, because of how gruesome it was, and just how of a person, just how vicious he was as a person too. Like just say your wife of like 17 years is a pet. Like who says that?
Omni-Man.
Yeah, Omni-Man does.
Like, but it's just like like this is about Viltrum and it's just like and Mark is like, I don't give a damn about Viltrum and everything. I care about the planet I was raised on.
And he beat him senseless for saying that.
Yeah, he beat all kind of senses out of him because oof.
God, and then using him to kill the people in that subway, that was just like traumatic. Like, how do you go back from that?
You don't. I'm like, man.
I think that episode probably needed a trigger warning, honestly, because that was a lot.
Well, I think like. For the most part, like people kind of know what they're getting into.
I don't know about that. That was over the top.
I think that was the point, though.
I know, but like I feel like they should have trigger warning for that episode at least.
They should have
like something because
I
wasn't ready.
That was.
Think you're ready, and then you just see something else. It's like I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, that was a lot to take in when I first watched it.
just finding out his whole like real agenda and just like.
And but see, I said that from the moment I saw Omni-Man kill the Guardians of the Globe. And you were all like, "No, that's not why he did it." Like he's just, I'm like, it's
not me standing stupidly and blindly for Omni-Man.
Yeah, because that's how you were at the beginning. At the beginning of this,
I was
like he did it for a reason. Like, come on, like I'm sure his reason was okay. It wasn't.
It was terrible.
Like Omni-Man, a whole colonizer. You gotta hold that.
I have to hold him to be like one of the most vicious, disrespectful, disgusting villains I've ever seen in my life. Like I've never seen a villain just be that just
Yeah, I knew, and now like that whole thing with him on like that one planet, like Earth is not yours to conquer. Like thing makes so much sense now.
Yep.
But Invincible still really good. I give Invincible a 9.5 out of 10. Like
I might give it a 10. Honestly, like
a 10 out of 10.
I think I might have to give it.
I mean, it is a 10 out of 10. Like you know, like, is Mark Viltrumite, Omni-Man punch thing, Guardians of the Globe dead, Marla twin clone.
Yikes.
Invincible getting beat up, 10 out of 10.
Look, we waiting for Battle Beast to come back.
Oh, I can't wait for. God, there's gonna be so many Battle Beast cosplays.
Jesus, Omni-Man cosplays.
I don't want to see all that.
It's gonna be a whole bunch of them.
It's gonna be a bunch of mid white men with like, you know.
It's gonna be mid white men, a lot of probably middle-aged white men too.
I'm just mess with them. Like I didn't know Reed Richards got a new costume.
Yikes. You dirty for that? I'ma laugh.
I mean, they don't deserve any praise from me.
Yikes.
I want more black people to cosplay Omni-Man. Do that. I want to see more black people. Like any white man can be Omni-Man.
I mean, true that.
Like all you got to do is have blue eyes and like, you know, dye some gray streaks in your hair, grow out your mustache, make it really thick. Bam, Omni-Man. 10 out of 10, whatever. You don't get no praise for that.
I can't for next season. They already got renewed for 2 seasons now. So
yeah, they were like renewed for seasons 2 and 3. I was like, okay, let's go.
Shout out to the voice cast too.
Voice cast was so good.
Sandra Oh and Stephen Yeun.
J.K. Simmons.
Oh God, he's too good.
J.K. Simmons, like, I mean, it's pretty much just listening to J. Jonah Jameson.
Really,
but,
it is.
But like that's one of those things. Like he can never like run away from that character, but I don't think he wants to. Like as much skrill as he made from like that role alone, I'm pretty sure he's still getting royalty checks from that.
Of course.
Really, really, really good show. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Go watch it.
Shout out to the people that's defended Amber online from the racists and the white supremacists. Y'all ain't y'all white supremacists need to go home. She's the real villain. Go home.
Where are they gonna go? Like Germany don't want them.
Yikes! Amber's not the real villain in the show. Amber is a
teenage
girl.
Yeah, Amber's a teenage girl. Like, and it's so weird. Like they hate Amber now. Like yeah, because Amber was very different in the comics and everything. She's also white in the comics, I think.
Comic books.
But yeah,
her role was very small in the comic books.
Whatever. These people will be fine.
Her role now is way more prominent. The way they did Amber and Debbie is better in the TV show than it was in the comic book.
Yeah, I heard like Debbie was like an alcoholic.
She was an alcoholic. She wasn't like smart and like all that stuff. She was just drinking all the time. Like Debbie now in the TV show, oh, she's too good.
Yeah. I really like the choices they made because yeah, even they changed like the Guardians of the Globe and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like Green Ghost was I think originally like a man.
I think so.
Yeah, and so like yeah, like I dig it.
All right, let's get to our final show. The series finale of Castlevania.
Yes. It's so weird they're calling it a series finale, even though they're doing more Castlevania stories. I'm just like, might as well just call this a season finale.
I mean, but technically it'll be it depends on how if they could like rebrand it from like a new name. It'll be a new show then.
And like I think like if they call it like what if they call it like they could call it like naming after one of the games and stuff and make this story completely different.
I mean they should, but I don't know if Konami want that to happen. No, Konami's stupid.
Yeah, Konami is stupid, but also like I would think they could still continue it because even this version of Castlevania comes from like so many different like
it comes from like 4 different games.
Yeah, I was like what the PS2 games, yep. Symphony of the Night because
yep.
Alucard is there. Whatever game like Trevor and Cypher were in.
Yep.
And then like other little like things and stuff too. Because, yeah, Isaac and Hector are from, like, the PS2 games.
Yep, which are terrible, but they're here.
You know what? I'm going to watch, like, a Let's Play of them and see how bad was.
Do that. Don't play them. They're,
I'm not going to sit there and go look for them. Yeah.
What I don't want them to do is to, like, use Lord of Darkness as a game to, like, make a story out of, because I don't want the Belmonts to become Dracula. That storyline is trash. I don't want it. Don't do it.
I mean, it was like, so as far as like game like stuff goes, like, you know, with history is rich as like Castlevania's, eventually they're gonna be like, man, what if the Belmonts became like the thing they hated?
No, don't.
You know, and like you live, like you either die a hero or see yourself live long enough to see yourself become the villain. That's exactly how that stuff ended up.
To adapt that story.
Okay, we don't need that story.
That trash where it was.
Like I said, they're probably, I would say, if they want to get really interested in it, do the future.
Yes.
With like Soma Cruz.
Yes.
Like, yeah,
do that.
Do those games. Do Renoa from like Order of Ecclesia. Like,
yes.
do that.
Do those.
Do what's another good like Castlevania game they could do?
Most of the GBA ones were good.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, like Circle of the Moon was really nice. Yeah. I love Circle of the Moon. Probably still one of my favorite Castlevania games today. Do Bloodstain.
Well, Bloodstain wouldn't be a part of Castlevania.
I mean, it wouldn't. I mean, it was made by, like, you know.
But it's not, well, Konami.
I know. Like, it's not Konami, but I would love it.
It would be great if they did adapt, like, Bloodstain to, like, a story just like a Castlevania. That'd be great.
And, like, I would say, like, if they said it was in the same universe, like, I know it's not.
So
like, it'd be really cute, though.
That would be so dope if they did that.
Like, or even then, because, this is a little, like, pivoting off and everything, but, like, Bloodstain had, like, a collaboration with Blasphemous.
Yeah.
And so, like, if they do a Blasphemous show, it's going down. I'm watching it. But Castlevania Season 4, really, really, I would say they wrapped up those conclusions pretty nicely.
I mean, for the most part, except for, like, some things were like, why did that happen? How did that get to there? Like, with Dracula somehow manifested back in the real world.
That's very wacky. Spoiler alert, Dracula and Lisa are just alive at the end of it. So... forget what happened in like the end of season 2 and season 3 and everything like that. Or forget Lisa's death in general. It's just like, yeah, they're just back. It's cool.
Well, they were first summoned back from hell to be inside that Rubus thing.
The Rebus. Oh, that
was wow.
Like, and Def was like, man, Def was like, yeah, go crazy, do it.
That
like,
was on some other stuff.
Def was like Emperor Palpatine, do it.
He was off the perks.
He's like, man. He's like, look, I've been here and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna Dracula gonna go wild and kill everybody. So because I'm hungry and I'm tired of being hungry.
Basically,
go wild, do your thing, Dracula. Mix these people up.
What was that man's name? Saint Germain.
Yeah, Saint Germain. That was such a fall for grace for Saint Germain.
Great though. Oh, it was such a good like character arc for him.
It was so weird, like to get tricked by Def in the end of it. Like, look,
that's what happens.
Yeah, Def was like, he's like, look, I know you're gonna do anything to see your little baby mama again. So guess what? I got a plan up my sleeve. I'm gonna be a bunch of different people at once. It was so weird though. Like to say like, I think that was like the one thing where Def was like, I can't reach into hell and like pull Dracula out. But how did you get in the Infinite Corridor then?
Look, those are plot holes that we cannot talk about.
Okay.
We don't know what happened with that.
But yeah, very, very, very good. I think one of my like favorite things is like Isaac and Hector's like little redemption arc.
Yes.
Especially like Isaac came such a long way.
Isaac is so good.
I think Isaac is probably one of the best characters.
He's like the GOAT character. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT from that whole
show.
Yeah,
Isaac, best character of the show. Like even better than Alucard, even better than Trevor, even better than Cypher. Sorry,
it hurts. As an Alucard stand though, from way back in the day.
Look, I was gonna say you don't have to hold that because Alucard did like a lot of good things, but like
he understood his humanity finally. My baby boy is a whole boy. He's a real man now.
Man, I want but yeah, he didn't do as much as Isaac did.
Of course not.
Isaac stopped Legion.
Look,
like that was a lot.
Look, him fighting Carmella. I would say she's a great villain.
Carmilla is
so good.
Carmilla is a really good villain. Like she's the villain you love to hate.
Oh my god, she was so good.
Because Carmilla is that villain like that you know you're not supposed to like. Like she's just a rat bitch scheming all the time.
Yep, and wants power. That's it. She wants power.
Yeah, like
men suck. She's all about.
Yeah, and like why men deserve less. That's Carmilla. That's Carmilla in a nutshell. Like that meme I shared.
Yep.
Why men deserve less. That's Carmilla. Like Carmilla's like I've been hurt by men. I'm a whole messiah. I'm a whole misandress. Yep. I don't care. Men suck. They don't deserve anything.
Men are dogs.
Right, men are dogs. Men are children. Men are like, they're stupid.
Especially old men. She hates them the most.
Oh yeah, like I would have liked to see like Carmilla try Dracula at least once.
Oh, that would have been so good.
That would have been nice just to see her get schmixed up. But yeah, like the way she went out like a gangster.
She did. She's like, you know what?
She's like, look, I don't lose. Like y'all lost to me. I didn't lose. You don't deserve my blood. I'm done.
Yeah, that whole scene.
Like her sword was so good. Like that like blood red scimitar.
Oh,
like,
so good.
Like that was a sword befitting of Carmilla.
Her outfit was cute too. I mean, the red bobs on. I was like, come through,
yeah,
fish.
they got even more red after she killed all the night creatures. Cause
man, that whole floor was nothing but blood.
Let's see, Hector's come a long way. Like, I feel like he got vilified in the end, but also it was just sad because he thought he was gonna have like his little vampire wife.
Yeah,
Lenora's like sunrise mid. Like what? This you?
She didn't want to be no pet for the rest of her life.
She was perfectly fine with making Hector a pet.
Yeah,
but I mean that situation was different. Morana and Striga got their little happily ever after.
The lesbian couple.
Like I'm so happy for Nightmare and Morana.
Nightmare and Morana. Look,
when Striga put on the fit, it was over with.
It was.
Like she walked out in the sunlight. She's like, "They are mad." And then and everybody just died. Like it was just death.
It really was.
And I'm like, oh, okay, y'all. It was like that's a big sword.
That's a Swyhander.
Yeah, look, her and Soul Edge like did the deed. Like it was just over with. I really liked. I feel like Trevor and Sypha's arc was a little. It was very like slow in the beginning. Like it was nice to see their recap and like why they had to do everything. I felt like Zamfir was a weird character.
Yeah.
Like there was they died for no reason, but also like it just. Like, I just didn't like the fact that they were there.
It's kind of a throwaway, honestly.
Yeah, because, like, when they died, I didn't feel anything. I was like, oh, okay. Like, I was like Eli and everything, and Degrassi and stuff after he got on them, like, antidepressants. Like, I don't feel anything. That's how it felt.
I mean, yeah, because it was kind of like when she came and that was it.
Like Varney being deaf this whole time was
that
really
was
good.
wacky.
That was like there were like subtle clues and everything when he was like, I like it, like when he's talking to like Vanko or like
the other dude,
yeah, the Russian vampire, and like he was like, I like it when you kill people, it nourishes me. Like I rewatched it and thought about it.
Oh yeah,
and then like people talking about his stench, like it was like it was the stench of death, and I was like, oh. I was like, oh, wow.
That's cute.
That was very subtle. And so I really enjoyed the way they did that. I liked Alucard's arc when he's fighting like those boxing creatures.
Yes.
Like with him, like, yeah, because they start off with Alucard and everything, like leaving the castle. He's very like dirty and like just looking like
he's musty.
Yeah, he's down bad. He's just pissing everywhere. I'm like, whoa, Alucard, what happened?
Like, you're supposed to be a whole aristocrat. What is going on here?
Right? He like, man, look, I'm down bad. that was literally how he started off.
I mean, season 3 was like, oh my god, my Alucard.
Sumi and Taka.
That was terrible. I felt so bad for Alucard. He was already lonely. And then he gets some friends that want to do threesomes, and they try to kill him.
Yeah, I mean, at least he came before they went.
Yikes. Anywho, I think, okay, I have one critique about Castlevania.
Okay.
I did notice that there was some really significant drops in quality during the animation sometimes. Yeah. And I was like, what's going on here? But, like, I'm going to watch and not let this deter me. But, like, I got to talk about it because it's like, it was really noticeable a lot of times when they were doing action sequence. I'm like, why does it look weird?
Yeah, I think
maybe the budget was like a little bit less this season because it was the last one. I don't know, but like it was very like noticeable. It wasn't like one of those like, okay, it's quick. Like no, these were like, oh, why does this look so ugly all of a sudden?
Yeah, I think I can notice it because like with that final battle between Def and Trevor, like that they probably spent most of their budget on that.
Probably because I noticed that fight between Camilla and Isaac. While it was great,
yeah, there was some rough bits in there, especially like with like the way like Carmilla was looking in certain bits of it. And you know they spent all their money on like Isaac's sexy like demon. I think like a lot of people saying that was Isaac's personal demon, and that's why he just looked so good and was so different than them other night creatures.
Personal demon.
So like I mean like you see like how he was like how that demon wasn't like immediately like eradicated and stuff once like Carmilla was like doing everything. Like I was like, wait, why is this one like so much sturdier than the others?
Not sturdier. I mean, you're right because he surely was like being his right hand man for everything.
Hey, that demon was great. He was doing everything. He did the JoJo thing. I'm like, man, Isaac got his own stand.
I'm like, y'all must have watched JoJo's. Y'all did this part.
Probably. I can see that being a thing, but it was really well done. Like some of those things were animated really beautifully, but like you said, a little bit of drop in quality in when it came to like certain fights.
It was just weird. It just came out of nowhere. Like, oh, okay. Because one minute like this really beautiful, gorgeous art rated, and all of a sudden like, ugh, out of nowhere. But it doesn't really affect it too much. Like it's just something you just notice when you watch.
Yeah, and it's hardly noticeable. Still a very good watch.
Oh,
I would say Castlevania as a series in a whole 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
like from start to finish. Like season 1 is very short.
Yeah, even like, the 4 episodes were good though.
But yeah, like it was like even in those 4 episodes, you got so much story, and that's what I loved about Castlevania the most. It's because like they gave us so much in each episode.
Yep.
And really probably like one of my favorite like animated series to date.
Yeah, it's really good.
I would definitely say it's an instant classic.
Oh, definitely.
Like a lot of people who play the games and everything was like, well, how could you mix up so many things in Castlevania?
They always do that. Like everything that's ever been done usually mix up a whole bunch of different like mediums within. Like even the MCU does it all the time. They always bundle like 3 or 4 things up and throw it together.
They did. It like yeah, especially with like costumes and everything.
Yeah, costumes, like different abilities they have, like just different like stuff they have. Like they
like what in Endgame and everything. Well, Infinity War, like Tony didn't get nano armor until like way later. I was like, and even though it's still weird that we went through the whole MCU with Tony and still didn't get proton cannon.
They promised it too. You're gonna be mad now. You're gonna be upset. I'm not getting upset about that because that was something they supposed to promise. They never promised. They never gave us what we wanted. Between that and the Hulk being trash, we're getting completely off topic now.
Yes,
that's my fault.
But yeah. Is that okay? We're gonna get back to Castlevania. Castlevania, absolutely gorgeous. The final like battle between Def and Trevor was really good too.
It was so final battle-ish.
Like especially like when you thought like that moment where he's getting smacked around and everything because the Morning Star wasn't doing anything. He's like, I'm Def, and you're gonna die. Like that's basically what Def was saying. And so like Trevor like woke up Ultra Instinct like. and so like that happened, and like he and I like how like Trevor was slowly like gathering things in like Targovishta with like the dagger and like making it like that one like special like weapon. I was like, okay, that's how you do an epic scene. And then like the subtle like thing that Saint Germain did at the end while tapping the key. Because that's how like Trevor came back. Surprise, Trevor's not dead.
Yay, happy ending.
Cypher's pregnant.
She's not a single mom. Right?
Like it was so funny when like Trevor's like, don't you name my son Trey 4. Trey 4. And like the whole little cutesy like Star Wars thing they did with each other, like I love you. I know.
Oh, I loved it.
Like Alucard's like finally happy.
He got him a girl who's down for it. Oh, I love her. She with the shits. I love her.
And then like the whole like actor like thing with like Dracula and
I was so
Lisa.
happy. I was so happy about
where
that.
they were like, man, we got to pay our boy a visit. Like, let's have him some closure first. I was like, it's going to be even worse once you wait a few years.
He'll be fine.
How would you feel if like you saw like your parents are dead, you killed your dad, and then your dad just popped back on your doorstep like, look, I know what we went through was terrible at first, but I'm good now. Your mom's here,
right?
let's just be good.
I think he'll be happy seeing both of them back together and happy and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Dracula won't like go off the perks.
Well, he's not anymore. He knows what not to do, which is be.
No! Like next time, he's just be like, "Girl, you coming with me
everywhere."
Like, woman, we're leaving. We're going everywhere together.
It was so nice to be back together. I felt that. It was so heartwarming.
I feel
like all the time we said like movies and stuff is always like a bad. The realistic ending is everybody dies and everybody's like, oh well, he died for everybody, so that's the ending.
Yeah,
no, he could come back.
Yeah, I thought that was definitely going to happen with Trevor.
I did too. I'm like, oh, Trevor's dead.
I was like, great. Trevor's dead, and now now Cypher got to be a baby mama,
right?
Where like, damn, like my husband died because like fighting death.
But she doesn't have to. Her baby's gonna be grow up and have like
right.
All
like
people.
we're gonna have more Belmonts. It's gonna be great,
right? Because they have a whole Belmont thing right there next to the Dracula castle. That's still so weird to me.
Yeah,
the Belmont Keep and the Dracula castle are right next to each other.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Alucard is gonna move it like someday. Like,
no, they're not. Remember, they're gonna make that village out of that.
Well, I know that. I'm just saying, it's one of those things like that can't stay there forever.
I mean, it could.
It could. Like, yeah, until like Dracula's like, okay, I need my castle back. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of roughing it.
Not roughing it.
You gonna come back to the castle like, all right, boy, you had your fun. I need. Let's get up out of there.
But yeah, I'm happy that it had a happy ending because I'm so tired of like tragic endings for stuff. I need some happiness.
Yeah, like it's nice to see that like everybody that deserves to live. Lisa and Dracula being back is very sweet.
My heart.
Like it's nice. It's nice seeing them together. Like and not like and Dracula not being depressed anymore is really good too.
Oh god, that hurt me seeing Dracula depressed for some reason. I don't know. I kind of felt him.
I mean, like I think that's one of my favorite things about Castlevania in general, that it humanized Dracula.
It really did, because
like,
when we play the games, you don't get that side. You just see him being an asshole.
Yeah, Dracula's just like, what are humans but a miserable pile of secrets?
Yikes.
Yeah, like, humans ain't shit. Y'all suck. I'm a vampire. Like, I can do what I want.
Drink y'all up.
Right, yeah, like, come here, my little Pacific Hulu Capri Sun. And in this, it showed like that, like, kind of like, Dracula's still like a person who can have like sane thoughts and everything, rather than like treating people as livestock.
Yeah.
And like, he just went off the deep end. Like, I mean, we would all probably go through extreme.
I think everybody would do. I think people would have a very similar reaction to what he went through.
Yeah, especially because like, because I think like part of him blames himself and everything.
Yep.
Because I mean, had he been there, that wouldn't have happened.
That would never happen.
Like they would have died before they set foot in that house.
They would have got schmixed immediately.
Right? Like Dracula, like, my wife a witch. Alright.
But yeah, that's Castlevania. Woo!
Castlevania is so good.
So good.
10 out of 10. Watch it.
Watch it more than once too.
Please watch it more than once. I've watched it at least like 6 times now.
So good.
And I'm gonna watch it 6 more times.
Well, yeah. When the next one come out?
God, this is gonna be forever.
All right. Do you have anything you look forward to in the next week or so? It's coming up.
Next week or so, I don't necessarily think so. Probably like maybe the next episode of My Hero Academia, but other than that, nothing.
Let's see. For me, I have the Sailor Moon movie coming out on Netflix on June 3rd.
Oh, that's that. Oh, I didn't know that was that soon.
It's happening. We're getting it. It's here. I'm here. I'm so ready.
Okay.
Let's see. Eurovision this weekend. So.
Okay.
It's gonna be crazy. I cannot wait.
That's gonna be nice.
Those are my thing I'm looking forward to for right now. All right. Thanks, guys, for listening to a new episode of Hollywolves. Check us out on our website at www.restaurantradio.net. Please check out Restaurant Radio for our other podcasts like The Rush Hour and FGCism for more shenanigans and stuff about video games and whatnot. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next time.